Greetings, YouTubers. Today I'm in downtown Racine, the city I live in. And this is the North Pier, and this is Lake Michigan. And she's a little bit angry today. There's a few people walking around. I wanted to get out and get some fresh air. You can see where the waves have been slapping up onto the pier. You can see that there's a little danger sign that says stay away or stay alive, avoid piers. Thought we would take a little walk out here today and give you guys a view of my neck of the woods. This is about 5 minutes away from my house. See the beach line. A couple miles straight away that way is the Racine Zoo. You can see a couple people walking along the beach. They got the same idea I do. Get out and get some fresh air while you can. In the state of Wisconsin, where I live, the governor announced yesterday that they were going to start shutting down the national parks. And we all knew that was coming. And from what I hear, the next couple weeks are going to be pretty bad in this area, so I wanted to get out now while I could. Temperature's about 43 degrees. I checked my car before I left, before I got out. But the sun is out. A lot of fluffy clouds in the sky. I was going to do a live feed down here, live stream, but I'm not exactly sure how the reception would be out here, and I don't want to have really bad quality. See where the waves are slapping right up onto the pier. In the summertime, this place is packed with fishermen, and they do very well out here. There's a lot of steelhead trout, rainbow trout, different types of salmon, Chinook and coho, king salmon. They fish for perch. There's northern pike out here. It just seems funny to see it so empty. Even though on a day like today it's 43 degrees, there's not going to be anybody fishing today, but maybe when I get to the end. This is a very old kind of a lighthouse. If you can see it right down that way. It's very, very old. I think it's from the early 1900s. And they keep kind of patching it up. It's just more or less for looks right now, because we do have a bigger lighthouse. I'll probably take you guys to that a different day. It's pretty nice, but once I get down to the end of the pier, maybe I'll try to do a live stream on the way back. It'd be nice to talk to some of you guys. It's a little more calm over here now. It's a little windy coming off the lake, so I hope it's not muffling the sound. Lake Michigan is the second largest Great Lake behind Lake Superior. It's used quite a bit for water sports. There's a lot of jet skiing and water skiing and there's definitely a lot of fishing. There's still a lot of old school transportation. Some of the big barges and vessels that patrol the lake out here. It's a very dangerous lake too, especially in this area. There's a lot of what they call riptides or cross tides. It seems like every year somebody dies. Even strong swimmers can't combat the riptides that come through here. So it's always a good idea to, if you come out here with somebody, know how to swim, one, and come out here with somebody else so you're not alone when you swim. This lake could be very dangerous. You have to respect this lake. Any body of water, really, you should respect it. Wow. The water came up. There was a big wave and the water came up and it went all the way across my shoes, ankle deep just now. And that water was ice cold. It's pretty dangerous. I don't know if I should be up over here. So if that water pulls me in, I'm a goner. I have a lot of clothing on right now. I have a hoodie and I'm wearing some track pants, but I wouldn't have time to pull all that stuff off if I get in that ice cold water. And I wouldn't have much time to get back out before hypothermia kicks in. I'm a little bit, I'll be honest with you guys, I'm a little bit nervous right now. It's kind of in the point of no return because I'm right in the middle. Might as well finish this off. You can see some of the skyline of Racine. The first little building we passed when we came in was the country club. Oh my God. Holy cow. This was not a good idea. Trying to cover up the mic with my hand because it's very, very windy right here. Maybe I'll stop the video here, or actually, you know what? Should I risk it? I'm out of it. Oh my God. Oh my God. The water got up to my knees. It almost pulled me off my feet. It's like I took my breath away. It wasn't very smart on my part. I'm just going to keep moving. Once I get back around this bend over here, it should be a lot better. I can tell you just from hitting my feet twice. here, I'll take you guys to the lighthouse that I was talking about, just to kind of fill out this video. Okay, so I got in my car and I headed about 10 miles north of where we just were. And unfortunately, I could not complete my earlier journey. I wanted to take you guys to the end of the pier, to the little lighthouse out there. But unfortunately, I wanted to be safe, so I will do that a different time. Once the weather is better, I'll take you guys out there and we'll journey to the end of the pier. But to fill out this video, I'm stopping here in Wind Point. Like I said, it's about 10 miles north of where we just were at North Beach. And this is the old lighthouse. And there's a little bit of reading over here. I'll take you guys over. A couple times a year, they open this up for tours. You can go, there's a gift shop, and they have like a little video you can watch and a speaker that talks about it for 20 minutes or so, and then they give you a tour up inside the lighthouse. And if you guys want to read that, go ahead and pause that. I was on a tour a couple of years ago. I took my kids here, but I didn't have a YouTube channel at that time. So maybe I'll come out this summer and I'll take the tour and see if I can record. It's a really cool place. They actually have a little police substation here, but I don't think we can get in over here yet. Everything's pretty much locked up due to the pandemic. Yeah, there's a little notice up here about it. Little village municipal. What does it say here? The lighthouse grounds are open. However, per the order of Safer at Home, please be sure to maintain social distancing of 6 feet, I think it is. Yeah, it's 6 feet. Some people out here today, and it really looks nice. It's beautiful. They let you go all the way to the top, and at the top a guy takes your picture if you want to. We took a little group photo. I think my oldest daughter had the photo. She kept it. It's right up against a golf course called Shoup Park. Some little outbuildings over here. There's a lot of history about this place. Unfortunately, I didn't do my homework. I didn't think I'd be coming out here today. I could have gave some bullet points about this place, but we'll see if we can read some of these little plaques. This is a 1910 fuel building that was restored in 2012. And there used to be a concrete oil house in 1910. I guess that's what this is being referred to as. Let me step back and get a better viewing of it. And it says it was a fuel house, also known as the oil house, in 1910. Flammable liquids were stored here, away from the keeper's house, which had wood-burning stoves. Lamp oil was carried from here to the tower top in 5-gallon cans. The vents on the front and rear walls to carry away flammable fumes. Oil was delivered by both ship and train. And it looks like there was a boathouse site there in 1880, but it's long gone. I know they've been spending a lot of money and time restoring the shorelines down here. And you can donate, and you can have a brick placed out here in your name or your family's name, or dedication to somebody who's passed away. Or they're really doing good things out here, and it's good to see. See if you can see the sun up there. It's really beautiful today. Lighthouse in the back. This is another little gift house, or a gift shop over here. I'll go over to there in a second. But they're talking about a historic shipwreck that was the schooner Kate Kelly. The schooner was built in 1867. 7 people passed away when it sank on May 14th, 1895. It was a grain, coal, and lumber vessel. And I'm not going to read the whole thing to you, but if you want to maybe read a little bit about it, I'll try to pan slowly so you can use your pause button and check that out. You can see some of the remains that are down there to this day. And then here you can put in some coins and do a little long distance viewing. I didn't bring any coins with me. They're in my car. Go check out these buildings over here. This building was built in 1900. This was the old Foghorn building. Now it is a museum. In 1880, it had 2 wooden buildings. In 1900, they replaced it with a brick structure. 1901, first sounded in heavy snowstorm, which we do get quite a few of those here in Wisconsin. We get a lot of snow, big heavy snowstorms. So this is all locked up. It's not in season. I'll come back again in the late spring, early summer. I'll give you guys a better tour than I'm doing now. This is trying to see what I'm looking at here. This rail was used, oh, down here, okay. There's an old rusty rail on the ground. It says this rail was used to carry the surf boat from the front of the fuel house to the end of the pier, where the surf boat was lowered into the lake by a jib hoist. So the big fuel cargo ships would kind of back in as close as they could get to the shoreline, and then they'd have a guy run a rail out there and get some of the supplies they needed. It's another old fog signal building from 1880. See the big foghorns up on top of the building up there. Get a better panning of the building. It's a nice quiet little place. I could see more and more people coming out. There's another family over there trying to get some fresh air, and I do not blame them one bit. But we will keep our distance. I think that's about it for this place. You guys want a different view of the building here. 1880, huh? 1880 it was wood, and then they built it to brick in 1890. I'm not sure what this is. Kind of a little, they must put plants in there in the springtime. We'll come back over this way and we'll get another viewing of the lighthouse. And then we'll wrap it up. I'll call it a video. And I'm going to try to see if I can go live here. Here comes another family. This is an elderly family. They're the ones at most risk. I would definitely stay home if I was in my 70s or 80s. So you can see that this couple right here is pretty elderly. I'm a little worried for them. So our state has reached 100 deaths over the last couple days. Hello. So the door there on the left is the police station, like a little substation, and on the right is the caretakers for the lighthouse. I don't know if they stay overnight like they used to do. I think a lot of it is probably automated by now. But they still may need to have somebody on grounds in case something goes wrong. I'm not sure how that works. Or maybe they're just a phone call away and can run down here. But I think this is where they park the police cruisers for the substation. And you can donate. All right, guys, thank you for spending some time with me. If you want to comment below, I would be so glad to hear from you guys, because I'm really bored lately. And if you'd like to see more of these type of videos, comment below, let me know. I can figure out some places to go to where I'm still isolated, but I can still get out and get some fresh air. And other than that, I think we will close up the video here. Thank you for watching, and take care.